I Caused This by Spirit of Dancing Flames, read by Deathlight, Chapter 3, Her Dying Heartbeat. I snapped awake, my phone went off. The room was dark. Either I haven't been asleep long, or I slept completely through the day. I pushed that thought aside and concentrated on finding my phone. I could hear the ringing somewhere. I was groggy and still had a little edge of my headache left, so it took me a few seconds to clear my head. I looked around things with my magic, being too lazy to get out of bed. I finally located the stupid thing underneath the discarded shirts. I tapped my hoof on the green circle. Assuming my DJ personality, I put on a smirk.
Yo, DJ Pon3 talking.
DJ Pon3? Pardon me, I must have gotten the wrong number. I was looking for Vinyl Scratch. I'll hang up now.
Whoa, hold up, you got the mayor.
I couldn't quite place the slightly distorted voice in my sleepy state. Thanks to my walls being reinforced for soundproofing, I never got good reception in my room. And the caller ID was just a number, which told me it wasn't in my contacts. Not much help there. Sorry, what? The voice replied, sounding confused.
This is Vinyl Scratch.
I rolled my eyes. Vinyl? So let's just say, why'd you call yourself that peculiar name? It then clicked. I realized there was only a few people that would have my number that weren't in my contacts, including a certain caramel-colored unicorn that I talked with yesterday.
Wait, Doc?
Obviously. Quit fooling around and get your flank down here.
I wasn't... Okay, how soon do I need to be there?
A response came, and a glance at the screen told me that Doc Horse had hung up. I shook my head, tossing the phone on the bed. Why does he want me to come in again? It will come to me. I yawned.
Once I wake up...
I hopped off the bed and immediately yelped in pain.
What the...
My voice died as I surveyed the carpeted glass shards cutting my floor. The memory came to me, calm and cool, and I sank to my haunches as the weight of what had happened returned to my shoulders. A glance at the bed revealed the Pinot Noir that I clung to like a teddy bear all night. And then I realized something, and panic shot through me. If the doc was calling me, something was happening. Fuck! I quickly pushed a load of glass aside with my magic, making a path to the door. I sprang down and burst out into the streets at full gallop, slamming the door shut in my haste. I didn't slow down until I was at the reception's desk. Trying to stop too quickly, I slid forward on the freshly waxed floor and knocked into the desk, falling on my rump. I scrambled to right myself. "Where's Octavia?" I shouted, not bothering to brush myself off, nor fix my wild mane. The receptionist had a look like a startled rabbit for a moment before gaining her professional look. Well, third floor, but visitors are restricted rights. Not if I have a say, which I believe I do, said a calm, steady voice. The receptionist jumped, reddening sheepishly. Took you long enough, Vinyl. Come on, we must hurry. I almost felt bad for the poor receptionist, but my mind was elsewhere.
I got the whole way here, Doc.
I complained, following after him. The unicorn glanced back at me skeptically, maneuvering neatly around passing nurses with carts of medicine and other things. You call that a gallop? You're going soft.
Being a DJ doesn't usually involve that kind of stuff. Sue me.
I retorted, glad I was something to distract myself from the worry, at least momentarily. Silence rose as we made our way quickly up the stairs. I was still blinking away the last vestiges of sleep, so I had to really concentrate to avoid tripping as I raced up. Finally, we made our way through a door leading into a hallway that branched off into more hallways. I would have stopped and stared, overwhelmed and unsure, but Doc Horse's confident strides urged me to keep moving forward. He led me to a door, just like every single one in the mad labyrinth of the place we were in, and turned to face me. Octavia's in here. Are you prepared for this, Vinyl? I hesitated. Once that door was open, I couldn't kid myself anymore that this was all a dream. I'd had to face the music. It scared me. I was terrified that I didn't know what was happening, what would happen. None of that, but at the same time, what if I went in there and I found she was going to die? I was scared to know the truth. I shook my head. No, I'm not ready. Thought not. In you go. He said and opened the door. Whoa, hey, I just said I... And the very moment you're hesitating is a potential moment with her that you're throwing down the drain. He sighed. I know you're scared, but we don't know how long she has left. We've done just about everything possible. It's up to her now to push through. I lowered my head in shame. Silently, I walked past the dock and into the room. One of the things I hate about hospitals was the smell. No, I didn't mean puke, or blood, or sickness. And I didn't mean the cleaning products they used. I mean the smell of death. Yes, that's a smell, not the rotting of a corpse. That's not what I mean. I mean death. I smelled it plenty on the battlefield, and the occasional funeral I went to. It's sort of like the taste of hot water. You couldn't really describe it, but if it's there, you know it. That's what I smelled in this room. Octavia, that beautiful mare, was hooked up to all kinds of machines, breathing slow and shallow as she slept. She had a large gauze pad over one eye, and it was wrapped in bandages pretty much everywhere. I felt a pang of guilt. I felt sick to my stomach. Vinyl, there'll be plenty of time to be sick. Don't waste this time. Doc gently reminded me. I nodded, forcing my stomach to calm down. I nervously walked over to Octavia, sitting on the floor as I stared at the beauty that I'd broken. A machine nearby beeped in time with her heartbeat. I liked it, in a strange way. It'd make a good beat for a dubstep song, I'd have to remember.
No, this time's for Octavia.
I reminded myself. A few things beeped, and Doc went over to check them. He glanced up at me. If you got something to say, you may want to, in case she goes south. Staring at the beautiful, broken mare in front of me took my words away, but I swallowed and took a breath, letting it out slowly. Hey, Octi, it's me, Vinyl. Not but the ever-constant beeping of her heartbeat filled the silence. I'm sorry, I said and winced. That sounded lame, even for me. I laughed sadly. But I mean it, I didn't mean to hurt you. I saw things when I was in the war. Yeah. I chuckled sheepishly. I kinda lied to you about that, sorry. But I had an episode, I thought. I sniffed and wiped away the tears I hadn't noticed forming. I thought you were the enemy. I thought you were coming for me. I'm so sorry. I would never hurt you, never. I'd throw away my soundboard, my speakers, everything before I hurt you, because... I hesitated, then choked back a sob. Because I love you, Octi. I sniffed loudly, trying to keep from breaking down. I know I'm a poor roommate. I drink. I play music all times of the night. I'm annoying. But you're amazing. You put up all my bad habits, alcohol problems, all my bucking nonsense, the junk that I cause. I could walk to every corner in Equestria and not find another mare that would stick around like you have. You're fucking amazing, and I took it for granted. I jumped back slightly in surprise when a glowing, floating box of tissues bumped into my snout. I nodded my thanks to Doc, who returned it, walking out to give me some privacy. I wiped away the tears as best as I could. Octavia, you're the most amazing thing in my life. All the music in Equestria couldn't come close to comparing with you. I hesitated, then put my front hooves on the bedside. I leaned over, looking at her, the most amazing thing. And I gently touched my lips to hers. I pulled up, sitting dejectedly on the floor. That's all I had to say, Octi. I don't know if you can hear me, but please stay with me. I can't lose you. I sat by the wall, bringing the box of tissues with me, taking another one out to wipe myself up a bit. I was a little messy from all that blubbering. I chuckled sadly to myself. Octavia would pretend to be shocked that I was crying, if she was here. I knew that she'd be hiding her own tears though. I smiled.
Proper married to the core, well, almost. She's got a little rebellious streak, and I love that about her.
I sighed. I didn't have anything else, no more words, not even music. I had a beat though, that beeping, repeating with every beat of her heart. I listened to that slow, rhythmic sound, and I began to feel sleepy. I leaned my head against the wall, closing my eyes. I drew closer and closer to sleep. Everything around me seemed to slow down as I drift off.
Wait, something's not right.
I think it was my music sense that tipped me off. But I noticed that wasn't just me falling asleep. Something was slowing down. I shot through my spine as I realized that it was the beeping. My eyes shot open as I dashed to the machine to see if my senses had told me wrong. But no, each heart rate beat was a little slower. I backed up, bumping into the wall. No! No! Doc! Doc! I shouted. Doc Horse dashed in, his horn glowing. What's her status? I was trembling. Her heartbeat's slowing down. It's not stopping. His eyes widened. Bucking hell. That's the first time I've heard Doc Horse swear. For a guy like him to curse, the one that I thought would never do that. I could tell how much he cared. A small ray of hope dawned on me then. I knew with the doc doing his all, Octavia would pull through. The ray kept getting smaller and smaller though, as he became more and more frantic, calling in more doctors who rushed about, following every order and doing everything they possibly could. All sounds muted to me though. The only sound I heard was her dying heartbeat. It grew slower and slower. One of them tried to push me out of the room, but Doc yelled at him, furious, and the frightened Stein went back to work. I tried not to cry. I begged Luna, Celestia, whatever gods or goddesses were out there to save her. No! I shook my head. Please, please don't let this happen. No. I watched dead eyes as someone hit the button that stopped the continuous screech of the flatline. Everybody, get out, now. Doc Horse's voice, usually so stern and commanding, was weak, defeated. Silently, all the other doctors and nurses that had come to help filed out, leaving just me and the dog, who bowed his head, patting me on the back and walked out. I always thought that I'd be so angry if I lost her, but now, I was just so empty. Once again, I found myself at her bedside, looking at the stone-still face of the one whose heart had stopped because of me. Maybe it was weird, but I couldn't help but give her one last, long kiss. I curled up beside her and brushed against the wires. I almost tore them off, but when I looked at them, I found I no longer cared. I felt so empty inside. So empty. Not even music could fill the hole that had opened up inside of me.